Shout out to Isaiah Martin for fucking sticking it to Greg Abbott just like he needed to have it stuck to his ass. Good work. This is for community awareness. So I want to talk a little bit about how Republicans aren't very smart. They believe that they can gerrymander areas and disenfranchise black and brown voters and try to give themselves an advantage as Republicans to win elections, but they forget that people universally don't like y'all bitches. No one likes you hoes right now. You're fucking up the economy, you're fucking up people's families, you're fucking up people's lives. So no matter where you draw the lines, everyone does not like yo ass, even Republicans.
I'll be ashamed!
And this is an article from the Cron that talks more about what exactly went down today, and it's titled Texas Congressional Candidate Forcibly Removed, Arrested at Redistricting Hearing. And it starts off with, and this is, by the way, this is Isaiah Martin, the congressional candidate for Texas's 18th district. And this is what the article starts off with. Texas congressional candidate Isaiah Martin was arrested Thursday evening while testifying against GOP and Trump-backed efforts to carve up the state's congressional districts and secure 5 more Republican seats. Martin, who is running to represent Texas's 18th congressional district in the Houston area, exceeded the designated time to testify during the House committee hearing. When he refused to yield his time, he was removed from the room. "You need to have shame. History will not remember you for what you have done. It is a shame," Martin yelled out as he was shoved to the ground. "It's horrific for what you have done. You should all be ashamed. America will rise up against you." While Martin was on the ground, with at least 2 members of the room on top of him, a person in the hearing cried out, "Jesus, get off of him." A member of Martin's camp told Cron Friday morning that Martin remained in custody. Martin's team released a statement late Thursday night, writing that committee Republicans did not like what Isaiah had to say to them about their efforts to suck up to Donald Trump and hurt black and brown communities.
You need to have shame. History will not remember you for what you have done. It is a shame. It is horrific for what you have.
Jesus, get off of him!
It is horrific for what you have done. You should all be ashamed.
Martin was subsequently dragged and tackled to the ground before being arrested. The statement read, "Isaiah will not remain silent as Republicans attack our communities with impunity. Someone has to stand up and fight back." Martin reportedly was arrested by Texas Department of Public Safety officials and faces charges of criminal trespassing, resisting arrest, and disrupting an official meeting. Cron contacted Texas DPS, and officials with the agency confirmed that Martin had been arrested. It's really interesting to me because it wasn't like what Isaiah Martin was advocating for was such a radical position. You know, what he was advocating for was just ending illegal and blatant partisan gerrymandering, and especially mid-decade redistricting. And this illegal and blatant partisan gerrymandering was exactly what Texas has been doing, and it ended up, in the news for the last few weeks. But the thing, the problem is, if Texas is going through with this, what's going to end up happening is that a lot of other states, including states that Kamala Harris won, not just states that Donald Trump won, they will all engage in gerrymandering, and especially states that Kamala Harris won, they will engage in gerrymandering to keep up with MAGA politicians that lead their gerrymandering in their states. And as a result, what we're going to get is a race to the bottom of the barrel. Right now, only one party has proposed federal bills to end gerrymandering across the board, across the country, and that is the Democratic Party. Search up the Redistricting Reform Act of 2024 and you'll know what I mean. But until something like this is federalized, it's up to each state to decide whether or not they want an independent redistricting commission. And thankfully, there are states that are both some red and blue states that do have independent redistricting commissions. But when you have some states playing it fair and other states meanwhile engaging, in blatant and illegal partisan gerrymandering, you're only going to further incentivize illegal and unconstitutional power grabs like the gerrymandering that Isaiah Martin is calling out in Texas.
If Republican policies are so popular, why do they have to cheat to get them achieved? Why do they have to try to rig elections to achieve their goal if it's just so popular? Why wouldn't the people just ordinarily vote for it?